I still feel like Lanre, it makes sense to me that Lanre would be behind the doors because he's the force of evil. He was the unleashed, right? He was the
He's Haliax, though. Haliax is wandering around.
Oh yeah, I guess
he's the
that's
force
right.
of evil, at least in one aspect, one specific time of war in the history of the world.
Another part
I say it because we keep talking about the sleepless and the.
Well, another part that ties Iax to Haliax is Haliax. It means breath of Iax.
Oh.
Like Hal in Latin means breath, so Haliax, breath of Iax. So that could tie them together as far as them being related son-in-law, or it could be an aspect of when, in order for him to try to save Lyra, and he talked to the Cthaeh, like Bass says, before Iax started the Chandri and he talked to the Cthaeh, it could be that he went and talked to the Cthaeh, and the Cthaeh was like, you have to gain these abilities that allow you to pass through any door. Because he's like, I can't sleep, I can't die, I can't, go mad. All the 4 doors. He's like, he says he can't utilize in him. He's like, no door bars my passing. So it could be that he gained some power that allowed him to go to speak to Iax. And there's something that happened when he spoke to Iax that is why he became Haliax, breath of Iax. There could be some kind of aspect, and that fact that he can't pass through the doors could have been, that the thing that, why he is who he is now is because now he's in a situation where he can't die, can't kill himself. There's no escape for him. He's just living in torment now, and the Cthaeh just completely fucked him over and tricked him into doing something disastrous for himself.
And again, the way Rothfuss describes that is, again, doors.
Yeah.
Right? The door.
Who do you,
he always layers it on it.
You guys speculate at all who the Cthaeh might be?
I don't think he's anybody else in the story. I think he's just the Cthaeh.
Tim?
Some people have...
It feels like, no, I agree with Dan. It feels like the Cthaeh is the Cthaeh, and it's not something else. It's literally...
You don't think it could be Iax?
No, he's definitely not Iax.
Why?
Because they're described separately. Iax is described as talking to the Cthaeh. He is like, before Iax stole the moon, he talked to the Cthaeh.
Oh, yeah, he talked to the Cthaeh.
They're described as two
separate
people by multiple people. Florian and... Like, Florian won't mention Iax's name. She talks about the Cthaeh.
Okay.
It is very strange, and we see that with Bast as well. So Bast and Florian, both of the Fae, don't fuck around with tempting fate, right? Like, it is not a joke to them. Like, you don't say it. Like, so when Bast flips out about Kavoth,
it seems like Florian views Iax, or at least naming Iax is very dangerous, whereas Bast thinks the Cthaeh is the ultimate danger. Obviously, Florian thinks that the Cthaeh is a extremely dangerous person as well, but she also lets Kavoth go out into the world after he spoke to the Cthaeh, so she obviously doesn't think it was that bad, or she's just extremely reckless.
Yeah, she's got a lot of hubris. We shouldn't forget that. She wants her story out there.
What a strange element force to bring in the Cthaeh.
Yeah,
it's such a.
It's almost like the advocate or the adversary. It's
Yeah, but it just creates ripples. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't literally get involved. It gets involved in people's minds.
And that it can't lie. That's the thing that blows my mind, is that it can't lie. It tells you shit that will fuck up the entire world, but it can't tell a lie. I don't know that.
Yeah, it's a bizarre enemy. Someone that is that vicious, that has complete clairvoyance, sees not only the future, sees every path, sees that every single word that I tell you, how I say it, the inflection of my voice, the cadence, and all that kind of stuff. Like, if there was if the way he said it would cause something different to happen, he would see all different paths that it would go down. He knows exactly what he has to say to you to send you down the worst possible path for you and the world. So that's for someone to have that kind of ability and to also be malicious would make him a very fucking dangerous person in the world.
It's fucking insane. But and then also to have it this separate immortal force.
Yeah, and then you have basically like the Greek gods, battling it out with each other, and then this is just one of them. He's the trickster, the fucking the Loki, except for just pure evil. And then you have the other guys like Lanre and Lyra, and they're all just these absurdly powerful people, and Cthaeh is just mixed up in the middle of them in their history, and he's mixed up in a story that's 5,000 years old. And it's pulling him into it and making him a integral part into finishing their fucking battle.
Well, and it does say everything that he can run into Felurian and run that shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That says so much in terms of his he's not out of his league. He's where he's supposed to be.
He basically almost kills her. He or at least has the ability to kill her.